President Filip Vujanovic, welcome to NATO headquarters on this very special occasion. On Monday, the instruments of accession was deposited in Washington, and from then on, Montenegro is a full member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It was an honor to be there together with Prime Minister Markovic, and at the moment Montenegro officially became the 29th member of our alliance. Later today we will raise Montenegro's flag here at the NATO headquarters, welcoming Montenegro's membership in the NATO family. NATO is an alliance of democracies united by a single purpose, to stand with each other and defend each other. Montenegro joins NATO as an equal, with a seat at our table and an equal voice in shaping the future of the alliance. I want to congratulate you, Mr. President, as well as the people of Montenegro for everything you have achieved. Since NATO's foundation, we have always kept our door open to those who share our values and who can contribute to our security. Montenegro's accession sends a message to other states that seek membership, that if a country travels the path of reform, embraces democracy and the rule of law, and proves itself willing to and able to contribute to our collective defense, sharing the responsibilities as well as the rewards, then it too can join the alliance. Montenegro's accession is good for Montenegro, it's good for NATO, it's good for the stability of the Western Balkans, and it's good for international peace and security. Today is a historic day, so President Vujanovic, welcome so much to NATO. It's a great honor to have you here. Welcome.
Mr. Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen, today is a great day for Montenegro, the country that together with NATO marks and celebrates its accession, the fulfillment of our strategic goal. It is a great success and a historic event. Only 10 years after restoration of our independence, our hard work and strong commitment to reform made us a member of NATO. With NATO membership, our future will be stable, secure, and prosperous, and we will make decisions about the most important issues within the strongest, the most organized, and most efficient alliance in the history of mankind. On behalf of my country and mine too, I use this opportunity to convey our sincere gratitude to Secretary General Stoltenberg and all the allies for the strong and valuable support they have given us. We are also grateful to NATO for organizing today's extraordinary ceremony, which represents a joint success for both the alliance and Montenegro. We become member of the Euro-Atlantic community and continue to contribute to the fulfillment of core purposes and values of the alliance. NATO continues to serve us as a beacon of hope for all those willing to meet its standards and share its values. Today's flag-raising ceremony is also a symbol of our success and definitive proof that open door policy is indeed alive. I am sure that Montenegro will be a reliable member of NATO. Thank you for your attention.
Mr. Secretary General, two questions for you. One, the EU announced some defense initiatives today. Are you worried that either the new funding initiative or other initiatives they're pursuing will create duplication with NATO? Are you both organizations treading on the same ground? And a question for you on the Incirlik base and the dispute between Turkey and Germany. Are you worried that this dispute will spread to the NATO base, to the AWACS, where German pilots are? And on principle, should parliamentarians be allowed to visit a NATO country and review their troops? And finally, Mr. President, now that your country is in NATO and the issue of membership is settled, is there a possibility for reconciliation between the opposition and the government? Is it time for a compromise deal to restore sort of more normal parliamentary workings in your country now that the NATO issue is settled?
Stronger European defense will also contribute to stronger NATO, because it will strengthen the European pillar in NATO. We have to remember that more than 90% of the people living in the European Union, they live in a NATO country. So as long as what the European Union does is complementary to NATO and not duplicate NATO structures and institutions, I just welcome the efforts to strengthen European defense. New funding mechanisms for instance, developing capabilities is actually a tool I think can be of great importance, because it will help developing new European defense capabilities. That is something we really need, but it will also help, the way I understand this new mechanism, to motivate and to give the incentives to European countries to go together in the development of new capabilities, meaning addressing the challenges related to a very fragmented European defense industry. So the new funding mechanism will help to develop new capabilities, but also to develop new capabilities in a more coherent and coordinated way, and that will help both to spend more and to spend better, which is absolutely and fully in line with what NATO also is working for, and we welcome that from the European side. When it comes to INSLIC, that has been an issue we have addressed over some time. I've been in contact both with the German government and with Turkish authorities. I know also that it's a direct dialogue, of course, between Turkey and Germany. I will speak with Defense Minister Ursula von der Leyen later on today. The German planes at the INSLIC base, they are there under bilateral agreements or arrangements with Turkey, while the AWACS planes, which are based on the base or in Konya, they are under NATO command and under NATO arrangements. So this is two very different things, and I haven't seen any one linking the problems and the challenges related to the German deployment at INSLIC with the NATO deployment at Konya. So I'm confident that we will continue at Konya as before.
We are dedicated to have our opposition party in our parliament, and I think membership in NATO is a new impetus for our communication. And we are ready to do everything to show that it is the best way to have adequate level of political life, and I expect our opposition to have new position of Montenegro as a member of NATO, knowing that it is so important for us to be in our parliament. And that during this occasion, I invite them to be in parliament and to be together for all achievements of Montenegro.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Georgian TV company Rustavi Tamara Nutsubidze. Secretary General, what do you think? What does this enlargement means for Georgia and also for Ukraine? And Mr. President, congratulations from Georgia, and the same question for you. Thanks.
The enlargement of NATO, the fact that Montenegro now becomes the 29th member of NATO, shows that NATO's door is open. And it also shows that countries that are implementing reforms, modernizing the defense and security structures, pursuing the rule of law, strengthening democratic institutions, as Montenegro has done, they can also join the alliance. And therefore we will continue to work with Georgia. We have implemented many measures. We have the substantial package, different elements of cooperation. We have the Joint Training and Evaluation Center. I know that the NATO Parliamentary Assembly recently visited Georgia. So we have a very close political dialogue, we have practical cooperation, and this contributes and helps Georgia moving forward on its Euro-Atlantic integration.
I share opinion, Secretary General.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all we have time for. Thank you.
And I will call my father, you know, he will be even more proud.
You are first Chief of International Organization Research and Innovation.
Thank you so much. Once again, for more than a week, because we started actually doing, and then we had a meeting, actually posted the session. And then President Filip Vuanovic, ministers, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. We have gathered here today to mark a historic occasion, to welcome Montenegro as NATO's newest member. In just a few minutes, we will raise Montenegro's flag here at NATO headquarters. At the same time, the flag will be raised across at our new headquarters across the road and at our two strategic commands in Monsu and in Norfolk, Virginia. From today, across the lines, 29 flags will fly together, symbolizing our unity and our solidarity. NATO began as an alliance of 12, and in almost 70 years it has grown steadily. When our founders drafted the Washington Treaty back in 1949, they made sure to leave the door to NATO open. They knew that their goal, the preservation of peace and security, would have a powerful appeal. We are a community of values, and in joining NATO, Montenegro becomes an integral part of that community. Montenegro has traveled a long road of reform to be here. It is just 11 years since your country regained independence, and your accession to NATO will strengthen that independence. I want to congratulate the government and the people of Montenegro for everything you have achieved. And I commend your commitment to Euro-Atlantic integration. You have a seat at our table with an equal voice. You will be able to shape the decisions we take together. And from now on, you have 28 allies, 28 friends who who will always come to your aid. NATO will benefit from your membership of the alliance just as much as you do. Every new member makes NATO stronger and more effective, politically and militarily, helping us to adapt to evolving challenges such as terrorism, and contributing to international security as a whole. We value Montenegro and recognize the unique contribution you make to the alliance. The expertise and insight you bring, and your robust and professional armed forces, who have performed with such distinction in Afghanistan. Over the past 25 years, NATO has sought to bring peace and stability to the Western Balkans. Your joining NATO today has a stabilizing effect on the whole region. Your accession also sends a message that our door remains open to those who share the vision of the Washington Treaty, who meet the alliance's high standards, and wish to contribute to the collective security of all allies. It also demonstrates that NATO will continue to support the right of every country to decide their own path. So let me say how proud I am to stand here as Secretary General of NATO with Montenegro as a full member. So welcome to the Alliance, Montenegro. Thank you.
For the raising of the Montenegrin flag. Flag up!
Gospodine generalni sekretare, uvažene ekscelencije, dame i gospodo, dragi prijatelji. Pričinjavam izuzetnu čast i zadovoljstvo da danas slavimo jedan od najvažnijih dana za Crnu Goru. Najveći uspjeh Crne Gore od obnove državne nezavisnosti. Ovaj dan smo dugo čekali i zaista ga zaslužili. Vjerujem da će 7. jun biti upamćen kao važan dan i za alijansu. 8 godina nakon posljednjeg proširenja NATO dobija novu članicu. Zastava Crne Gore će se ponosno vijoriti na jarbolu u sjedištu NATO-a kao simbol sigurne i prosperitetne budućnosti Crne Gore, koja sada i zvanično pripada euroatlantskoj porodici. Danas je sve u znaku budućnosti, svjetlije budućnosti koja čeka Crnu Goru. Zato istoriju neću pominjati, osim što ću reći da je danas nesumnjivo istorijski dan za Crnu Goru. Još od 2006. godine, kada je nezavisna Crna Gora ponovo na mapi Evrope, radili smo posvećeno na ispunjenju ovog cilja. Suočavali smo se sa mnogim izazovima, teškim i ponekad bolnim odlukama i reformama. Težak rad i zalaganje uvijek se adekvatno vrednuju. Savladali smo mnoge prepreke i u ovom procesu postali bolja država i bolje društvo. Budite ubijeđeni da ćemo nastaviti da radimo, da bi bili još bolji. Ovo nije kraj, već početak nove Crne Gore. Države koja će nastaviti da slijedi svoje opredjeljenje ka Evropskoj uniji za bolje društvo i za dobro svih građana. Države koja će biti stabilnija i sigurnija, koja je dobila novu šansu da iskoristi svoje potencijale za dobrobit svojih građana sa najviše mogućnosti za njen ekonomski razvoj. Država koja će i dalje biti iskren i dobar susjed i primjer kako u izazovnom okruženju doprinijeti stabilnosti našeg regiona. Država koja će koristeći svoje pune kapacitete i mogućnosti odgovoriti izazovima sa kojima se suočava alijansa, Evropa i svijet. Saveznik na koga možete da se oslonite. Saveznik koji može da računa na vas. Ovaj dan je značajan ne samo za nas, već i za region u kome živimo. Još jedna država Zapadnog Balkana i jugoistočne Evrope se priključuje najjačem vojno-političkom savezu, doprinoseći miru i stabilnosti na jugu Evrope. Članstvo Crne Gore u NATO-u, sjeverna obrana Sredozemlja od Turske do Portugalije, postaje dio evroatlantske zajednice. Danas je potvrđena jedna od najuspješnijih politika NATO-a, politika otvorenih vrata. Time se šalje jasna poruka da je perspektiva članstva aktivna i da se težak rad nagrađuje. Dame i gospodo, danas ne bi bili ovdje da nije bilo neumornog zalaganja ljudi iz svih sfera društva koji su timski i posvećeno radili, vjerujući u našu evroatlantsku perspektivu. Danas su sa nama ovdje raniji predsjednik Vlade Milo Đukanović i aktuelni i raniji ministri vanjskih poslova i odbrane, kojima upućujem iskaze poštovanja i zahvalnosti. Također, ne bismo danas bili ovdje bez naših saveznika. Koristim priliku da u ime Crne Gore zahvalim na podršci i pomoći koju smo u kontinuitetu dobijali. Želim da zahvalim administraciji NATO-a i generalnom sekretaru Jensu Stoltenbergu na njegovoj snažnoj podršci, savjetima i iskrenom prijateljstvu, koje oslikava njegovu viziju i važnost politike otvorenih vrata i stabilnosti našeg regiona. Zahvaljujem članicama iz regiona koje su naše uspjehe doživljavale kao svoje. Sloveniji, koja je 4 godine bila kontakt država NATO-a za Crnu Goru. Također Hrvatskoj i Albaniji. Posebna zahvalnost Mađarskoj, posljednjoj kontakt državi Crne Gore za NATO. Zahvaljujem svim ostalim saveznicima koji su nas snažno podržali i pružali savjetodavnu i ekspertsku pomoć. Sastajali smo se ovdje u Briselu, u Podgorici, sarađivali u okviru misije u Afganistanu, u izgradnji odbrane i bezbjednosti, u jačanju političkog sistema i vladavine prava. Želim da zahvalim svim članicama NATO-a na brzoj ratifikaciji protokola o pristupanju Crne Gore u NATO. Srećni smo što ovaj veliki dan dijelimo sa vama, kao i sve uspjehe do sada. Dragi prijatelji, ovo je početak novog doba za Crnu Goru. Crna Gora će biti odgovoran saveznik koji će poštovati, promovisati i štititi vrijednosti evroatlantske zajednice kojoj smo zasluženo pripali. U decembru 2015. godine, kada smo pozvani u NATO, konstatovali smo da je to početak jednog velikog iskrenog prijateljstva. Danas počinjemo vrijedno savezništvo čija je spona snaga, solidarnost i jedinstvo. Neka je naša zastava vječno zavijorena na jarboru NATO-a i neka je vječna Crna Gora. Hvala vam.